Hi there, welcome to my channel. Appreciate you being here. So today we're gonna do a pick a card reading for those of you who are trying to conceive. I have a lot of, like, my most popular videos on this channel were the ones about fertility. So I'm gonna do another one of those. And big disclaimer here, guys, I'm not here to give you any sort of medical advice, so be sure to check with your doctor on any health issues that you've got going on. And I'm also not here to tell you yes or no you're gonna have a baby. This is more about I mean, some of that kind of vibe may come through, but this is really more about words of comfort to help you get through this time, and to stay calm throughout the storm, because I've been through that before, and I know how emotionally tumultuous it can be. So that's why I like doing these readings, to help other people who are in that situation to kind of move through it as gracefully as possible, right? Okay, so I'm gonna draw 3 goddess cards here. Probably should have done this off camera. Hold on. I'm not gonna show you what this is. Okay, 2 came out for that one. Okay, I want it to be a secret until you pick your pile. All right, so group 1, group 2, and group 3. Go ahead and choose whichever card you feel most drawn to, and I'll have timestamps below, and I'll meet you at your reading, okay? All right, hi group 1, welcome to your reading. So this is your Goddess Inspiration Oracle card. Oh my goodness, wow. Rati, the goddess of sexuality. Embrace your passion, and as you can see, she's heavily with child, so I think that's a good omen in a fertility reading. Let me read about her real quick. What did I do with it? So Rati is associated with passion, love, and pregnancy. Worshipped in India, beautiful Rati bears the lithe body of a heavily pregnant woman. Her passion-inspiring powers share similarities with Venus, the Roman goddess of love. Though Rati was daughter to the fiery sun god Daksha, she is associated with water. The Asparas, a group of water goddesses as changeable as the tide, include this Hindu love goddess among their many members. Renowned for their bewitching, shape-shifting powers, the Asparas often take on the appearance of seductive women who are impossible to resist. Rati's passionate powers inspired a book similar to the Kama Sutra, entitled the Ratirasha. The name of this book translates as The Secrets of Love. The love goddess's secrets are exposed within its explicit pages, which include numerous techniques to bring lovers pleasure. I love that. So I've been wanting to read that book, but I haven't found it yet. That's exciting. So this may be a message to just really like explore your sexuality and have fun trying to get pregnant. You know, that could be a message here. Let's get a message from the Gods and Titans Oracle. Okay, we had two that came out. We have Nuada, Perfection. And we have Hypnos, Sleep. So what I'm getting right away here is to make sure you're getting plenty of sleep, of course. And Rati's sleeping as well. So that could be a message too. Make sure you're getting plenty of rest. And then Nuada, Perfection, is here to remind us that we can be perfectly imperfect, right? Like, perfection isn't really the goal. So I think it's kind of a message to relax and just enjoy the process. Enjoy the journey. Okay, I'm gonna use a different deck. Use the Antique Anatomy Tarot by Claire Goodchild. So we have the 9 of Elixirs, Wish Tonic. Okay, that's a good sign. Anything else coming through? The 9 of Rods, another 9. The Star, another wish card. And the Ace of Rods. Oh, wow. This is a really beautiful reading. I hope that this comes true for you guys, but it sounds like yeah, we have 2 wish fulfillment cards, the 9 of Elixirs and the Star coming through. And then the 9 of Rods is saying to hang in there And the Ace of Rods is that message again about embracing your passion and your sexuality. It's a pretty simple, straightforward message here. I'm just going to close out with one of these cards from the Yogic Path Oracle. And just to let y'all know, I have a cup of tea here that I'm almost done with, and I think I'm going to do a little bonus tea leaf reading at the end of this video, so you can check the timestamps for that too if you want to see what the leaves say today. Okay, we have Diana. So this is about meditation. Let me look this up in the guidebook. I don't know if I've ever pulled this card before. So Dhyana is one of the 8 limbs of yoga, and it translates to concentration and meditation with the intention to know the truth. It says, when was the last time you fully became immersed in what you were doing? Dhyana is when the dancer becomes the dance, the singer becomes the song, the painter becomes the paint, the lover becomes the love. There is no difference between the doer and the deed. You merge as one. You have pulled the Dhyana card to remind you that now is the time to transition from doing to embodying. Find that which you can merge with and practice it fully. Become the words in your journal, the asana in your practice, the nature with which you surround yourself, and notice your presence expand. Yeah, so it's just about being complete and where you are in the present moment and just fully embracing that. What a beautiful message. And, you know, in case I have some viewers who are tuning in because, you know, you're not able to get pregnant, this could also translate to like your creative life and your passions. So there's that as well. You know, if you're someone who needs to maybe think about seeking an alternate way of having a child, there's a way to make that happen. But if you're not going to be able to do a traditional pregnancy route, then the message here is to still be focused completely on what brings you joy and passion and immerse yourself completely into that process. All right, group 1. Well, thank you for tuning in. Please let me know if you want to share your story in the comments below. I love hearing the comments on these. And if you like this reading, if you give it a thumbs up and subscribe to my channel, I'll be doing fertility readings here and there. I do a lot of different stuff on the channel. I also have yoga and other types of pick a card readings and stuff like that. So hope to see you around again sometime. Thanks. Take care. Okay, group 2, welcome to your reading. So we had 2 cards that flew out for you guys. We have the Zorya, I hope you can see this, the guardian goddesses. Be at peace, the divine feminine watches over you. Ooh, and then we have Maman Brigitte, the goddess of cemeteries. That which appears dead will be resurrected. Look for it. Okay. I'm getting the vibe that some people tuning in may have been dealing with like a miscarriage, since we have the goddess of cemeteries coming up. And then that message, that which appears dead will be resurrected. Look for it. I know I've had friends in the past who had like angel babies and that sort of thing, and then they ended up having another baby later and felt like the first baby's spirit got another chance in a new body. So that could have meaning for some of you, and they're definitely saying to be at peace with your situation. Let's look up these goddesses real quick. So the Zorya are the goddesses of the sun, the universe, and protection. In Russian folklore, the Zorya are a trinity of goddesses, the maiden, the mother, and the crone. The Zorya represent and are named after different times of the day. The first goddess is called Morning Star, the second Evening Star, and the third Midnight. As well as attending to the sun god, the Slavic goddesses Zorya are guardians of the universe. As such, the goddesses are responsible for guarding a terrible doomsday hound, which is chained to the constellation of Ursa Minor. Okay. And then Maman Brigitte. Definitely getting a very protective energy over you from the goddesses, so that's very comforting and reassuring. So Maman Brigitte is the goddess of death, resurrection, and crossing over. Besides being associated with death, Maman Brigitte is the goddess of cemeteries. An imposing, intense woman, the goddess often appears to her followers accompanied by a black rooster. She's thought to be fond of hot peppers and drum music. When Maman Brigitte honors the living with her presence, some claim she temporarily takes over their body to communicate with them, a phenomenon known as spirit possession. Those who are visited in this manner are considered to be blessed by her. It is believed that Maman Brigitte protects those whose graves have been memorialized by a cross. These crosses enable the dead to enter the country of resurrection. Okay, let's see what comes up from the Gods and Titans Oracle. I feel like for some of you, if you've experienced pregnancy loss or something like that, they're saying that your baby's soul is being watched over and protected. And if you've never experienced pregnancy, I think the message is still that your baby's soul is being guarded and watched over in heaven before the child comes to be with you. Let's see here. So we have Vulcan, inventiveness. What does Vulcan say? Oh no, it's starting to rain. Is it gonna rain really hard? I'm gonna have to go in. Okay, Vulcan says, think outside the box and go for the most creative solution. Hold your emotions in check and think rationally. Oh man. Okay, I'm gonna have to go in, you guys. Let's move this operation somewhere else. Okay. Wait. It's just a light rain. I'm just worried about it raining all over my pretty cards. Let's keep going. It's not very bad. Okay. And so what did we just say? It's about keeping your emotions in check. You know, and that message about keeping your emotions in check has been coming through for me so strongly this week. It's like usually I get the message to open my heart and be vulnerable and let my emotions flow. But this week they're like, no, you need just rein that in a little bit. So yeah, maybe focusing on a project or something that you can really put your passion into would be a good idea, to kind of just focus on rational thought rather than getting too caught up in difficult emotions, which I'm sensing a lot of people who chose this pile are probably experiencing right now. Let's get a few tarot. It is raining, but it looks like it's just going to be a light rain. So the rain makes me think of those difficult emotions too. And I do think it's important for us to feel our emotions. Don't get me wrong there. It's definitely important to sit with those difficult emotions and let them be what they are. But I think, and especially for some reason this past week, the message that's been coming through strongly is to just kind of calm the emotions. So maybe give yourself a little bit of time every day to feel those emotions, to experience them, to sit with them, and then also give yourself some time to be away from those emotions and detach and focus on other things. Okay, so let's see what comes through on the tarot. I'm drawing from the Clara Goodchild Antique Anatomy Tarot. So we have card number 7 from the Major Arcana, the Chariot. That song, Swing Low, Sweet Chariots, coming into my mind. We have the King of Rods. We have Judgment, which is interesting because we also had Maman Brigitte, which is about resurrection, and Judgment's about resurrection. And then we have the 9 of Coins. So with this Chariot here, I'm feeling like this is encouragement to you to keep moving forward in your life. These black roses represent sorrow to me, and the red roses represent passion and love. So they're telling you to move forward, holding on to your love, holding on to your sorrow, and allowing that to drive you through your life. The King of Rods is also another card about like success and passion. Maybe focusing on what brings you happiness with the sunflowers here. Warmth and hope and light. This could be a person in your life, like your mate could be like a fire sign, Leo, Aries, or Sagittarius. And then with Judgment, yeah, it's saying like it's about second chances and you know, another message like maybe this soul is going to return to earth again. And then with the Nine of Coins, I'm getting that message to just focus on practical matters, that inventiveness coming through again, being rational, focusing on your stability, getting to be where you're okay on your own. Another reminder that you're protected. Okay, so let's get a card from a Yogic Path. Also wanted to let you guys know I have a cup of tea that I'm working on, and then at the end of the session today, I'm gonna post a little tea leaf reading. So I'll have a timestamp for that if you want to check it out. We have two cards that wanted to come out, so three. Okay. We have Vishuddha, which is the heart chakra. The throat chakra. Excuse me. So about speaking your truth. Maybe there's someone that you need to talk to. Pratyahara is about sense control. Again, that message to rein in the emotions and focus on rationality. And we have Shiva. Shiva the destroyer. The god of destruction and reproduction. So what passes away, like energy just changes form, right? So what passes away comes back again in another form. And I think that's the message that's coming through here for y'all today. I think the guidance is to talk to someone if you need to talk to someone, like a counselor. And then Pratyahara, again, about working on calming the emotions. Allowing yourself to feel what you feel, but also spending a little time each day detaching from that. Okay, well, thank you so much, Group 2. I hope that things go well for you and that your wishes all come true. It sounds like you may be going through a little bit of a hard time, and I hope that you get any help that you need and speak to whoever you need to speak to, and keep on moving forward, like the Chariot card said to do. All right. Well, if you resonated with this reading, if you could comment below, I'd love to hear what you have to say. If you like this sort of thing, you can give it a thumbs up or subscribe to my channel. I'll be doing more pick a card readings, and a few of them will be focused on fertility. So I do hope to see you again. And yeah, feel free to tune in for the tea leaf reading at the end as well. Okay, take care. Bye-bye. Hi, Group 3. So here is your Goddess Inspiration Oracle card. You chose Mut, the mother of mothers. It is time to mother yourself. Healing awaits. Okay, well, that's interesting. Gosh, it's so loud out here. Okay, so Mut is the goddess of nurturance, birth, and creation. Mut, whose name means mother, was thought by the ancient Egyptians to help mothers give birth to children with sound bodies. She was honored as the mother of mothers, since it was believed that the cosmos sprang from her. This goddess was usually depicted as a vulture, or in the form of a woman's body with a vulture head. Egyptians believed vultures bore the ability to reproduce without male involvement. As patroness of the city of Thebes, Mut was acknowledged as the consort of the god Amun. For women who bear wounds from their maternal relationships, Mother Mut invites us to find healing within ourselves. While we cannot change the past, we are able to fulfill any needs that remain unresolved. Well, that's beautiful. So you've got the goddess of birth here at your fertility reading. So I think that's a good omen. But I also think the message is coming through to be sure that you're taking good care of yourself and your body. I'm also going to get a card from the Gods and Titans Oracle deck. Ooh, so we have the Aborigine god of beauty, and his name is not to be spoken. Let's see. His message says, look at the beauty around you. Get outside and reconnect with the healing power of nature. So that could be a modality that some of you can use to mother yourself, to heal yourself. We have Mut, healing awaits, and then the Aborigine god of beauty saying, get in touch with the healing power of nature. So maybe you spend some time outside, sit in the grass, watch the clouds, get grounded, maybe spend some time by water as well. Let's see, I'm drawing cards from the Clara Goodchild Antique Anatomy Tarot today. World card came out, okay. So we have the Seven of Elixirs. So to me, this represents confusion, maybe an overactive thinking as well. And then we have the World card that came out, which can actually represent birth. You can see the woman's uterus here. We have the Page of Coins. And we have the King of Rods. King of Rods came out in group 2 as well. I think I need to get some clarification on these. I'm gonna get some Wildwood Tarot to clarify. I feel like this Page of Coins could represent a child being materialized. I'm not sure why the King of Rods came out. And then the World and the King of Rods both came out reversed, which I don't really place a lot of emphasis on reversals usually, but I do take them into account. And so I'm almost feeling like there's something here that's coming close to fruition, but it's just not there yet. And maybe that has something to do with this King of Rods, who could be your partner or someone involved. It doesn't have to be gender specific, but usually for me it is. I usually think of kings as men and queens as women, and I'm more neutral with like the pages and the knights too sometimes, but let's see. But it doesn't have to be that way. And since this is King of Wands, it could be a fire sign, Aries, Leo, or Sagittarius. Again, doesn't have to be. Okay, let's see. Let's clarify the 7 of elixirs. Oops. Oh, shoot. Okay. Running low on power, but I think we'll make it through. Let's clarify the 7 of elixirs. Clarify the World. Can we clarify the Page of Coins? Let me just get one. 3 again. Okay. We'll just take them off. And then the King of Rods. Okay. So 7 of Cups, 7 of Elixirs is clarified by the Knight of Stones, the horse. So I feel like there's something you've been waiting on, something you've been longing for, and it's of course it's probably pregnancy, and but I think that you're confused. Like, you might have a bunch of different options and pathways that you're considering to become pregnant, and you're trying to find the most stable, sure-footed way to get there. Maybe this also could mean that someone in the situation is really hoping to go the traditional route, whereas another person's more open to trying alternate methods. So the World is clarified by the pole star. So yeah, it's just saying that, you know, your hopes and dreams are to bring a child into this world, and the what I'm seeing here is that that wish is going to be fulfilled one way or another. Okay, I don't know if it's going to be the traditional Knight of Stones way or one of these other options on the 7 of Elixirs though. Okay, and then we have the Page of Coins. So to me, I mean, this looks like a baby to me. I'm thinking that might be the spirit of the child involved or something. We have the Stag, which is sort of like the Justice card. We have Three of Bows, Fulfillment. And we have card number 2, the Seer, the Major Arcana. So this is like the High Priestess. So I do feel like the message is coming through that what's meant for you is going to come your way. And it may come in a mysterious way, but it's the prophecy is going to be fulfilled. Okay, you're going to fulfill your destiny. Again, though, I don't know how that's going to happen. There's some sense of mystery here as to how this is actually going to happen. So we have the King of Rods, clarified by the Five of Stones, Endurance, and again, card number 21, the World Tree. So this is the World card from the Wildwood Tarot, and we already had the World come out earlier. So I think I'm going to read a little bit about the World Tree, but it's basically about how life's a journey and you go through different cycles on that journey. And with the Five of Stones, Endurance coming out, I think that means you're kind of maybe going through a little bit of a rough patch right now. And King of Rods has something to do with this. So I'm wondering if this has something to do with your partner, and maybe it's like this comes through a lot in these types of readings where one of the partners wants things to be either traditional, regular pregnancy or nothing. And then the other partner is open to other options like adoption or IUI or IVF or whatever your doctor is recommending for you. So I get the feeling that could be at play here for some of you. But the message is to hang in there, to know that your wish is going to come true one way or another, and to not be too picky about how that wish comes through. In the meantime, to mother yourself, take care of yourself, spend time in nature, appreciate the beauty that's around you. As I'm saying this, I'm seeing all these butterflies flying around in my yard. It's kind of funny because it was it rained, and during group 2's reading, it rained a little bit, and I thought I was going to have to go inside, but it went away, and now the sun's out, and there's butterflies. You know, the one thing we know for sure is that things are always going to change. Okay, so the World Tree. I hope that you can see this. Okay. The Great World Tree marks the end of the wanderer's journey. All 4 seasons are represented in the branches of the tree, and at its base is a labyrinth of the kind found in many parts of the world and dating back to prehistoric times. It's a symbol of the conscious bridge between the living macrocosm and the inner universe of the human psyche. The World Tree marks the end of one journey for the wanderer and the beginning of another. The universe and all its blessings are available to everyone who seeks knowledge and wisdom with a sincere heart. On every level, the cosmos has a generous bounty and gives freely of its rich nourishment and fulfillment. No matter how long the journey of life may be, however many twists and turns the maze may offer us, in the end, if we persevere, we will reach the point of fulfillment. This may relate to material gain and wealth, or to spiritual happiness and emotional security, but after a long process of learning, responsibility, and rebirth, it is now time to bathe in the light of renewal, attainment, and personal triumph. Breathe in the rich air, drink of the sweet water, and rejoice in the warming fire of the universal life force. Okay. Let me get one of these cards from a Yogic Path Oracle deck, and then we'll close out your reading. And I'm going to be doing a little tea leaf reading here in a minute. So I'll have a timestamp below for that, but it's basically going to happen right after your reading, so you could just stay tuned if you want. Okay, Kali. Ooh, she's fierce. What is Kali doing here? And Kali is a mother goddess. Not the kind of mother you want to mess with, though. Let's see here. Kali, goddess of destruction, dissolution, and ecstasy. You draw upon Kali when you are in a time of radical rebirth. Again, that word rebirth coming through. She is fierce, erratic, untamed, the part of you that you're afraid to give full control to because you don't know where it will take you. She will destroy all disillusion and bring you face to face with your darkest shadows. Oh, remember we were talking about illusions? So there's some shadow work for you guys to do, I think, group 3. She's not doing this to cause anguish, but rather from a deep place of love. She demolishes the ego that creates the boundary between you and your highest self. She is the ecstasy experienced in an orgasm, meditation, bold self-expression, or pushing a child out of the womb. They could also be telling you to get ready. Some of you may already actually even be pregnant, and they're saying, you better get ready, you better take care of yourself, and you're going to need to bring out your Kali to push this baby out. Kali comes to you in a time of deep liberation, stepping into the truer form of you. Trust the process and allow yourself to release all limitations so you can become one with the bliss that you are. That's so cool. Another thing, for those of you who might already be pregnant, whether you know it or not, who knows, with Kali here and the World Tree coming up and the World card as well, and Mutt and the God of Beauty too. I think that this is also saying that you need to be ready because the pregnancy itself is just one leg of the journey. The next part is raising this baby. So that's another message for some of you. Be prepared for what comes next. Okay, thank you so much, group 3. I hope that this brought you some meaning or that it was helpful to you in some way. If you want to share your story in the comments below, I love hearing what people have to say. If this resonated for you, if you give it a thumbs up, and feel free to subscribe to my channel for future readings. And I'm going to go ahead and do the teacup reading now, if we have any more juice left on the phone. Oh, it looks like it's still there a little bit. All right, well, thank you guys for tuning in for the teacup reading. I've got like about a tablespoon of liquid and a few little leaves in here. Not very big leaves today, but we'll see what comes through. So I'm going to take it in my left hand and just clear my mind. And then I spin the cup 3 times. And then invert it on the plate. Okay. So we didn't get a whole lot this time, but we've got a lot going on the western side of the cup. So the handle represents the south, also the self. So this is north, this is east, and this is west. There's a lot of clouds in the cup today. I think it's because I let it sit for a while I was recording this. But so the west is associated with water or emotions. So there's a lot going on in the emotional arena for you guys. I see a square shape, so that's representative of comfort and peace, and a few triangles which represent happiness and success. And then some lines which can represent a journey or a message. This might even be like a little bird, so the birds can represent messages. So you may be getting some sort of an emotional message or something. But it looks pretty positive. Just trying to, again, keep your emotions in check. Focus on what brings you comfort and peace and happiness. Okay. And I think we're also getting a little bit of a message about focusing on yourself. Some of these lines are kind of coming back to the self. So the journey to the self and what brings you passion. All right, well, that's your little bonus teacup reading. There wasn't a whole lot in there today, but I'll probably do some more of these in the future. And thanks again for tuning in. Hope you have a good one. Bye-bye.